Oh, wait, we're not in Mexico. We're in Thailand. Well, let's just wait a couple of minutes until some people come in. That's what we're gonna do. And I need to do a couple things here. So as people come in, because I wasn't supposed to stream today, when people start coming in, I'll start the stream. Should be in a 5-10 minutes. People will be in. That's what usually happens. If they don't come in, then in 10 minutes I'll be gone. We care. Oh, well, that's nice. I put the title of the video is why I'm not streaming for 9 days and why no one gives a damn. Well, at the end of the day, listen, I'm not top priority. I understand that. Let me do this real quick, though. I got to do a few things here. If I can, I need a couple of seconds. What's up, Carlos? What's up, what's up? I'm taking a few days off. First, because I want to take a few days off. And second, because my shoulder's killing me and I want to try to get it better. It feels better sometimes, and sometimes it just aches, and that's what's going on right now. It aches. It aches during the day. By 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm like, hey, it doesn't hurt anymore. And then I go to bed and it starts to hurt. Oh, I was just there a little while ago, a couple days, well, a little more than a week ago. I was there just for a quick trip. I had a few things to do there. All right, let me do this real quick. I got to get these things taken. I'm a little behind because I wasn't expecting to stream today, so I'll get into everything in just a second. But give me a few minutes, please. That's all I ask. All right, let's see here. I got 2 things left to do real quick, and then I'm done. Hello, Mr. Tom. How are you? Mr. Tom is with us today, even though we haven't really done anything or said anything.
Just got back from the north.
Yeah? How did that go?
That was typical. I mean, it was sorrowful. There was a...
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know, but there was a friend's mother passed away, and
Right.
we went to the funeral.
So that's never a happy occasion.
Yes.
However, how was things with you?
Everything. It was good. Better.
Was it a bonding experience with your wife?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Did you bond?
That's none of your damn business.
Well, hey everybody, what's going on? I'm almost done here. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you bonded. I'm glad you had a good time. You had a good time.
We did.
That's all that matters. Well, good. I mean, I don't hate Pattaya. I just don't want to live there. That's all. I don't want to live there. I like to go there sometimes. Even if I'm not going to indulge, I like to go there. All right, I think I'm ready here. I think I got everything taken care of. I think everybody should go to Pattaya. And as long as you keep your money in your wallet until you need to pay, and then you pay reasonably, I think it's perfect. It's a great situation. And I don't get into the whole moral issue or any of that kind of shit. That kind of stuff is not for me. All right, let me see here. Now I got my little paperwork out. Let me tell you something. People get worried when you're quiet. And so far, I haven't gone anywhere yet. And already I've had a few emails saying, Scott, what are you doing? Now, I don't stream as much now, and I'm not going to. I'm cutting it down to once a week. And, sometimes when you don't put something up right away, I mean, I get messages from people, hey, when's the next video coming out? Well, subscribe, and then you should find out on your own. YouTube's supposed to do that, so I appreciate that. But today's stream's a little different. First of all, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to be around for 9 days, and it's casual, no heavy topics, no deep dives, just a little time to talk about why I won't be streaming for the next 9 days. And while we're at it, I've got a few things I need to get off of my chest about what I've been talking about lately. Digital nomads, consultants, and so-called mentors. Hey, Jim, popping up. I forgot to do that. Everywhere in Thailand. Grab your coffee or your cheap wine and settle in. And first, I've got to do something real quick because I forgot about it. I'm going to do it right this second. Mr. Jim, he's going to be a moderator. And I need to get that done here. Community moderation. Can we do that? Oh, it looks like somebody backed out as a moderator. Not 2 quarters Korean, but somebody else who used to be a moderator. He backed out, which means I can't see him anymore. Which I don't care about, really. Well, where is it? There he is. Okay. Now let me see here. If I hit refresh, there should be a little, yes, I only care about myself. That's true. I admit it. All right, Jim, you should have a wrench near your name or whatever, but you are now a moderator. I've already put it into the system. You're in, so you're good to go. Yeah, I'm very selfish. I care about myself, and that's it. I don't care about anybody else. That's why I YouTube all the time. That's why I do live streams. But you see, there's a limit to how much you can care. Somebody came to me the day before yesterday, and they started telling me how I'm selfish, and oh, I'm an American, and that's why I'm so selfish, which that right there just pisses me off. And then they were telling me, well, that's news to my friends, I don't know. And then they were telling me how I don't care about, they were talking about the border situation. He was in Malaysia, and the border situation with Thailand. And I said, listen, quite frankly, I don't care about that. I mean, I do care. Of course I care. I care a little bit as a human being. But, like, do I make it the top priority of all my priorities? No, I don't. And I don't apologize for it. He's telling me about Trump and this, and I'm like, fuck. Ah, dude, you're doing my head in. I don't have to think about all that stuff. Yes, Mr. Wong Yu Wong. Oh my God, I don't know if he's joking or not, but I really don't care. Me have friends. Me have some friends. No ladyboy friends. Well, actually, I do have one. I do have one that's through my wife, and she's very nice. That's what I'll say. But I'm not wrong about that. All right. Oh, there you go, Jim. All righty. All right. Now let me keep going on here because I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any shit anybody's giving me. It doesn't matter to me now. I really don't care. I just laugh about it. You can call me fat. You can call me Mr. Wong. You can call me whatever you want, and I'm still going to be, my toes are going to be tapping.
Don't call me late for dinner.
You can call me that too. I don't care. Because I'll get my own damn dinner. Okay. Today's stream, yes, we're going to start up in a second here. But in case you don't know, guess who I am? I am Scott, and I'm an American who's been living here in Thailand for over 30 years now. And just to let you know, if you like this video, please click like, and if you have yet to subscribe, yes, he is a chowderhead, but he knows that already. These guys know. They know how they are. I call it chowderhead in public, and I use the P word or C word behind closed doors where, you know, all the PC people won't get offended. Oh, I had a guy the other day too. He said to me, when I said If you don't like it, leave. If you don't like Thailand and the way it is, leave. He said, if you put in America or Australia there, they would kick you off of YouTube. I just say, yeah, whatever, buddy. I mean, what is wrong with people? Listen, I know I have a lot of subscribers who are very intelligent. And I see a lot of them in the chats, and I talk to them all the time. And some of them I meet offline, and they're very smart. But every once in a while, some new people come in, and they are dumber than a fucking rock. And you know who you are. Anyway, if you like this video, and you like this stream, I'm not holding anything back today, I don't care. Click like, smash the like button. If you've yet to subscribe, please do so. Remember to hit the notification bell so that you stay informed of my next videos or live streams. And also, if you want to send me a question or a comment, you can comment to me. Doesn't mean I'm going to respond, but you can comment. Or you want to send me a Dear Scott letter, or you want to get a consultation. And I'm reasonable for a consultation, because I'm going to get into that in a few minutes. Yes, the world is pussified. Let me just say that right here. Okay? But if you need a consultation or whatever it is, an American in Bangkok at gmail.com. That's pretty simple. All right. Now, where I'm going and why it's okay for me to step away, because I don't have to answer to anybody. No offense to anybody out there, but I really don't have to answer to anybody. And if I didn't want to, I don't have to live stream. But I like live streaming. And yesterday, we had 103 people. I was like, all right, this is great. But I'm going to leave until next Friday. And I'm not going to be dead, so you don't have to ask, am I dead? I'm not going to be in jail. I'm not going away for a while. I'm not joining a cult or whatever, or some other digital nomad group. I just would like a little break. First, I want to break from me. But second, I want to break from my shoulder because it aches and it doesn't feel good, and I'm in a pissy mood most of the time. Sometimes it's about clearing your head, and that's kind of what I need to do. But, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, think about it. How should I feel when every freaking minute of the day when I'm talking, it's about, this is Thailand. You know, hey guys, when you're coming, remember this, guys, this is Thailand. I do that. I mean, listen, I got people, thank you, Carlos. Have a coffee freestyle. I got to use my left hand. Thank you. Click the like here. How can I do this? Like, and then the little heart. There we go. Well, if I was going to Pattaya, so what? That's my business. Right? It's my business. And if you don't like it, oh well. I don't care. Now, I'm not going to Pattaya. In fact, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere. I don't know. I'm waiting for my wife because the family, that's me, good little boy Scott, we may be going to Surat. We've been putting that off and putting it off, but I did suggest to her, when you go to Phuket, you take Nicholas, and then we meet up in Surat, and then we can look at the farm, we can look at the land, we can see how we're doing, and I can get some video footage to finish up the video that I started making from her video footage. So that's what I think I'm going to do, but that has nothing to do in the 9 days. I don't know. So anyway, and I don't want to get pissy with anybody on here or anything like that. I don't want to do it for no reason at all. I don't really like to do that, and I just want to be in a good mood most of the time. And right now, I'm not in a great mood just because of my shoulder. It really does hurt a lot. So that's my simple, honest explanation. What is this here? So why am I leaving for 9 days? No drama, no meltdown. Yes, that's what I wrote. Just some time to reset. Second, and I am going to do this, I have about 4 or 5 more videos to put on. Real videos. And the videos that have been going up lately, they've been doing really, really good. I'm really happy with them. So I love that. What's this, Jim? I went to Cha'am last week, had some nice accommodation, went down to Hua Hin. Normally when we go to Pattaya, we smash seafood and have a relaxed and good time. No doubt. Yes, that's true, Carlos. I know that. I do know that. The seafood there is quite good. Now, Jim, Hua Hin, no longer on my favorites list, and Cha'am is not on the list anyway. We never has been. But it's okay there. That's what I'll say. And you know how I feel about this. I've talked about it numerous times. About how in the past, and a lot of people don't know this, it was where the monarchy went for weekend vacations. And very few foreigners went there. This is a long time ago, and I was here. And I used to go down there. I used to go down there with my camera and just piss around. I mean, I don't even know what I was on. I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't doing anything like that. And it was, it was fun. But I did know that it was kind of slow. Now I don't think it's quite as slow, but there's a lot more traffic, there's pollution, which, I can get over the pollution most of the time. Now today, the air quality is 127, which sucks. The Thai baht to the dollar is 33.47, which is okay, right? But those places, all right, they're nice. I personally wouldn't go back to them right now. Maybe I would go to Chumpon or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't stay in Hua Hin anymore. I mean, if somebody said to me, I'll get you a hotel, we can stay there, we'll have a good time, I'd say no. Even if they're going to pay for everything, I wouldn't go. Maybe that's because, I don't know, maybe you don't know how it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I don't know. But I do. And it's changed so much. And I know I say this a lot, and maybe some people have heard it, some people haven't. Generally, I want to go where there are very few foreigners. And those places are becoming few and far between to find. You have to really look. But I find them. That's what I've done. For the past, I don't know how many years I've been streaming and shooting video. For the last 12, 13 years. I've been doing that.
It looks good.
Okay. I believe you.
And I'll find out.
Okay. Tom is thinking about going to Canterbury. I thought you were going to Vientiane or...
This is in June with my sister. For her
Okay,
birthday.
but are you going to...
I haven't decided yet.
So you haven't done your 90-day report yet?
Not yet.
I gave him so much shit the other day about his 90-day report. All right,
I had a funeral.
we're gonna move forward with that because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I'm expecting this place to have no foreigners. That's all.
Okay.
That's my expectation.
Further you go to find these places, the infrastructure is lacking. So I guess it's a trade. It depends on where you go. I mean, seriously. I went to Bangkok, and that is a big province. And I went to numerous places. The only tourists that were there were Thai tourists. There were no foreigners there. I couldn't believe it. None. Now, I went to Nakhon Phanom, and there were some foreigners there, but not many. Most were Thai. That was it.
It's different.
Then I went to Nong Khai, which I've been there. I lived in Udon Thani, and I used to go there all the time. It's okay. That's what I say about Nong Khai. Yeah. But there are a lot of places you can go where there's very few foreigners. And that's what I'm looking for. Everybody goes, oh, go to Koh Chang. Oh, God. It's a nice place, and I would suggest going there once or twice. But then after that, it's like, what are you going to do there that you can't do in a lot of other places? You're going to go up and do the, what do you call it? What the hell is it called? Where you go up in the trees and you go on the vine, not the vine, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Repelling rope or whatever.
No, it's zip lining.
The zip line,
Yeah, you go zip lining or whatever. I did that. Got the zip line caught up my butt crack.
Each room comes with 3 girls.
That was real nice. Sure. Yeah, if the rooms came with 3 girls, if every room came with 3 girls, there'd be a lot more men coming to Thailand. I can tell you that. All right, let me continue here. All right, I want to talk about some things that I've noticed, and I've talked about this a little before. We're talking about the digital nomads who really are not digital nomads. They're kind of wannabes. And I have no problem with the guys who are busting their ass, or, you know, they're working however long, 3 days a week, and they work hard. They work hard for the money, you know, that kind of thing. They put in their time, they know their craft, and they earn a living, whether it's through a company or for themselves or whatever. I give them respect. Fine, that's fine. I mean, you know, whatever you can do. It's kind of like being an entrepreneur. Some of these guys, you know, they go out and they sit by the pool with their laptop and they work for 20 minutes and they're making logos or making a website, and they might make $300 from the website in a week or two, and they go, oh yeah, well, I'm working. They're watching YouTube more than they're making content. And they might post inspirational quotes on Instagram. And I see guys, I saw a guy, I'm not even going to get into who the guy is, because maybe some guys might know him by now, I don't know. He's been in Thailand for, I think now he's been here for about 2 years. But he used to come on and he used to go, oh, look at this, for 15,000 baht, I've got this great apartment, and this is all it takes for me to live in Thailand. 15,700 baht. And then I, you know, not just me, but a lot of other people would go, okay, food's gonna cost you at least 6,000 baht. That's 200 baht a day. All right, maybe it'll cost you 4,500 if you're a little skinny guy. They're like, what about electric? What about everything you have to pay? Internet. What about water?
SkyTrain bill.
What about the SkyTrain bill, getting around, your taxi fare? Listen, I spend like $100 on that every month. And I don't really go that many places. Now, lately I haven't been spending that much, but I used to spend that all the time, without fail. That was on SkyTrain, Subway, taxi, whatever, CityLink, right? Oh, and then you got to think about, yes, insurance. Do you have a car? Well, yes, you're going to... Most people, unless they buy a second-hand car, which is what I suggest for a lot of people, you got to pay car insurance. You got to pay for maintenance. You got to pay for all this stuff, man. And then medical insurance. Listen, my medical insurance is 6,500 baht a month. Now I'm almost 63, so I'm not a young man anymore where my bill might only be $50, $60 a month. And the coverage is good. But, you know, if you're living off of peanuts, how are you going to do that? I mean, be realistic. I understand everybody wants to go, oh, well, you know what, I've got $10,000, and if I only spend $500 a month, I'm gonna be living here for a long time. Yeah, well, you might, but guess what? You probably won't be, because shit happens. Right, Tom?
What happens when you're planning to do something else?
Cars do not depreciate as much as in the West, and when you buy one, it probably has issues. Yes, for sure. And that is why you got to have a good mechanic that you're in tight with. He knows you. He won't rip you off, or he knows your wife, or he knows your girlfriend, or whatever. He will not rip you off. If a car comes in, he's not going to go, oh yeah, this one very good. No, he's going to go, this thing's a piece of shit. All right, now let's continue. Do I have issues? Of course I have issues. I got an issue with my shoulder right now. Would you like to comment on that?
Keep it out of those places.
It didn't fit. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this one. This is another one. Let's talk about the next tier of clowns. Guys who have been in Thailand for 2 months and they're charging people $100 for a consultation that's 45 minutes long. Some chick, oh, I'm a life coach, and she's 22 years old. You know, that just kind of burns me up, but you know, whatever. I get over it. Well, that's what I'm doing there, Mr. Wong. I'm a lefty now. You barely know how to ask for a straw in Thai. You've been to Terminal 21. You took a photo on a long-tail boat, and now you're an expert on Thai culture. So what I would say is to those people, please be realistic and just kind of shut up until you've been here for a while to where you really qualify. And you know, foreigners are not supposed to be guides per se. I don't know about consultation. I think you can do a consultation. But you cannot be a guide like showing people around. You're not allowed to do that. You have to be, what is it that they do? You have to go through the tests and all that other kind of stuff here in Thailand. And don't give me the value your time crap. Oh, I really value my time. That's why you're sitting next to the pool 30 hours out of the week and you're working 10 hours a week. And maybe during the phone call, you're like, oh, hang on a second, let me check with Google. Anybody can do that, you know? So anyway, that's one thing. The other thing is the transition from consultation to guru. They're all selling courses. How to move to Thailand in 3 easy steps. Sell everything you have, take the money, buy a ticket. That's 2 steps. Fly to Thailand. That's 3 steps. There you go. Now, all the in-betweens is what you need to learn on your own, and if you have half a brain, that's possible. I work remotely 8 hours, I think you told me that, from 8 to 4. I can do this anywhere in the world. It sucks during this in different time zones. Start working at 10 p.m. and knocking off at 6 a.m. is overrated. Well, then I would say, don't do it. But I understand there's a, you know, you get benefits from staying here in Thailand.
Or commute round trip every day.
Oh yeah, that's it, commute. Commute to the U.S. every day.
Only 36 hours, or 30 hours round trip. One way, I mean.
All right, let me continue here. Why are you such an asshole, Mr. Wong? Can I ask you that? Is there a reason why you're such a prick? Are you that guy who I bounced off of the channel who continually asked me and told me about me being a fucking selfish American? Let me just tell you something. Fuck you, you're gone. See you later. And Jim, you can put them off if you want. Just right click and then you can hit hide user on this channel, or you can remove them or whatever. If you want to do it, Jim, your first troll that you can get rid of. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Well, he wasn't a very nice person, I'll just say that. And we like to keep it real here and to be fairly nice. He has a wrench. Yes, Jim has a wrench. He has a wrench because he's a mechanic. He's Mr. Fix-It. All right, let me continue. God, it's gonna take me some time to get through this, especially when I'm like having to argue with some guy named Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong was Wong. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Let's see here. Yeah, he was sapped, baby. If your biggest problem in Thailand is that your Grab delivery took a little bit too long, you probably don't understand Thailand. Oh, God. If you haven't learned to speak Thai here, you don't deserve to be a mentor or a guru or whatever it is, because you don't know shit. That's what I'm going to say. A guy who just moved here should be asking the questions not selling information to get, and you know, that kind of burns me up. Because there's a lot of people out there, they really, you know, maybe they can answer some of their questions themselves if they really delved into it. But there's a lot of people who they just don't know, and they're not sure where to start, and they want a little help. They want somebody to back up what maybe they found. So you got to be realistic, and you got to try to be honest with these people instead of being a dimwit. Anyway, when I come back, I'll have there will be some videos going up, and when I come back, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but we'll figure it out. I have some ideas that I need to write down and to get out there. But right now, I just want to kind of think about them. Oh, God, and get my shoulder better. How much sum insured is required to cover the hospitalization in Bangkok? Wow, I don't know. Depends on exactly what you're having done to you and what hospital you're in. Are you in a public or private hospital, government hospital? Do you have insurance? Because they're going to charge you more if you got insurance. Sometimes. Yeah, I could go in for my rotator cuff. It's just that I already know it's my rotator cuff. And I wanted to see if it's going to get better. Because quite frankly, I don't want to pay like $15,000 to have the surgery and to have the MRI and to have it looked at. It's anywhere from about $12,000 to $15,000. And my insurance isn't going to cover it. Because it's an outpatient procedure. And I guess I could just cover it myself, but I really don't want to. So what I'm going to do, what the plan is, and what I have been doing is this is something that I do every day. And my kid helps me with it. When I wake up in the morning, I take some ibuprofen. Then I take something a little stronger. Then I have my coffee.
Then you add tequila.
No, I don't have any tequila. I haven't been drinking tequila lately. I don't know why. And then when I come home, I get some of the rub, Salon Paz. It's got lidocaine in it. It's kind of like cocaine. You put that on your shoulder, man, it feels a lot better. Then usually I let it dry. I put the Tiger Balm on there, the Tiger Balm patches, and that really helps. And then by evening I take a couple more pills for now, and I'm all right. Usually I get about 8 to 12 hours of good shoulder time in the last 2 weeks. And I'm hoping it will get better because I couldn't lift my arm up at all before. Now I can lift my arm up and it hurts. But I can lift it up. It does hurt. Anyway, let me continue here. We got to talk about something here. Has anybody ever paid one of those $90 consultations to some guy who maybe has been here for a couple of months? I'm curious about that. What do you want to talk about today, Tom?
An empty vessel.
An empty vessel? That, from coming from you, that says a lot. My first introduction to Land of Smiles was Soy 22, Texas Lone Star. Do you know George Pippas and some other people? No, I don't. I don't hang out in the bars. Not anymore. It's been a long time since I hung out in the bar. Yeah, exactly, Flyboy. That's the thing. And, you know, I have started doing little things like, you know, I can go like this. I can't throw a punch. But I've noticed now I can start to get behind my back a little bit. I couldn't do it when it first happened.
Takes time, old man.
What are you going to do? Everybody gets old. So all you youngsters out there who are laughing, you're going to get old one day. And you're going to feel it. Getting old ain't for pussies.
It's better than the alternative. Not
What can I say? I mean, what is this? I mean, think about it. How much is the sum insured is required to cover the hospitalization in Bangkok? What kind of a question is that? How much sum insured is required to cover the hospitalization in Bangkok? I think he's talking about for my shoulder. Maybe.
I almost cut my thumb off.
Oh, yeah.
Spent.
I use that stuff. I have that stuff at home, Dipholine, and I use that, but I'll tell you what, Salonpas is better. I use the Dipholine for my hands because my hands are swollen and they've been broken. This one's been broken 5 times. This one's been broken 2 times. Oh, I'm already at that point, Flyby. You'll be wiping with your other arm. Well, we don't wipe here in Thailand. That's kind of vulgar to wipe.
Use corn cob?
It's nasty. Now I think about wiping. I'm surprised Billy doesn't join in real quick. He's always here whenever we start talking about fecal matter.
Personal hygiene.
Yes, personal hygiene and those kind of things. My wife uses something that smells like Bengay. Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff out there. There's, Icy Hot, there's Bengay, there's, you name it, man. There you go, he's here. I knew he was here. I knew if we're talking about that, he's here.
Hi, Billy.
Mr. Bean! Yes, Butterbean, that's it. Be careful, I might knock you out. I like Butterbean. He was a nice guy. Very nice guy. And a good fighter. For 4 rounds. I'm not a doctor, but you described a tear. Avoid overhead movements and heavy lifting. Well, I'm doing that, believe me. Builds shoulder strength, improves flexibility, and reduces pain. Ibuprofen. Well, I'm using the ibuprofen. It's not related to diabetes. Get the fuck out of here. That's the last thing I have. I don't have diabetes. I can tell you that right now. Believe it or not, Scotty is pretty damn healthy. But the ibuprofen works wonders. In fact, that is ibuprofen. And it's empty. It's actually called what is it? Rumox or something like that. It's a generic for ibuprofen. So that's what I'm taking.
Doctor might be able to give you cortisone shots.
Yeah, I thought about that.
That's the only thing I can.
I thought about that. And the thing is, if I go in for surgery, what's going to happen? It's going to take me 6 months to a year to recover. What's going to take me 6 months to a year to recover now? And I can do little exercises. Yes, Vicodin works very very well. Thank you, Richard. But what I will say about Vicodin is obviously you have to be careful because it's quite good and it can be addictive. Now, I have used Vicodin many times. I tore my ankle running a long time ago, and they gave me like 300, 400 Vicodins. The doctor gave me 100, then he gave me another 100, and then he was like, "Oh, you're all right?" And I go, No, my ankle's really bad. Gave me another 100. And then I came back and he goes, "Is it all right?" And I go, "No, doc, it's still..." And he gave me another 100. He goes, "This is it. I'm not giving you any more." I said, "Okay." So, I've had my experience with that. I've had my experience with morphine in the hospital, with fentanyl in and out of the hospital. And, that just covers up everything. It doesn't make you better. Running away from who? I don't know. Are you running away from somebody, Mr. Bean? Are you? Is that what you're talking about? Because I ain't running away from anybody. But since you watch every day, you probably know that. Butterbean is a likable character, and I'm sure you know these things because you're quite intelligent, right?
You're going to share your gift with your audience?
Oh.
Damn
it. I'm running away from Pakmara. You want to see what kind of gifts you get as a foreigner? I will show you. This is from Mr. Tom.
Pork rinds.
If you've been in Thailand, you probably know. No. Actually, I got to have some of right there.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Well, you know. Let's see here.
I know you showed it. I need my fucking line.
You know, before I would not reach my hands behind my neck. Now I'm doing it because I want to stretch out the arm. I don't want it to lock up. I don't want it to be frozen. Chicharrones
And, yeah.
in Mexico.
Yeah, these are more delicate than chicharrones. But the same.
These, the kind he just gave is really good because it's a smaller piece, but every single piece has fat on it.
And they melt in your mouth.
And they are kind of keto.
They are. Absolutely.
Yeah. And since I've been worrying about that, you know, you need apples, man. Oh, shut the fuck up.
I checked with the shop that makes these.
I love people who come on here. You've never been on here before, and you come on here and you care about me so much that you're telling me to eat apples. Get the fuck out of here. Jim, boot this guy. Jim's gonna get a workout in his first. Well, Mr. Billy can boot him too. Oh yeah. You see this? Look at that.
They're less than 3 days out of the kettle. They're deep frying kettle.
There you go. You know, the thing is.
That's a quarter kilo.
Wow. Thank you. Very nice. There have been more and more and more people in the videos and in the streams. And when you have people that are, when you have more views, you're going to get more negative comments. So fortunately now I've already been through that and I already know about it. So now they're gone. See you later. Sorry, Jim. I didn't I'm not trying to make you boot everybody out or anything like that, but
the only thing that could make these better is
these are good.
Deep fry them in coconut oil. But she said she would do it.
944.
She said she would do it, but only for 15 kilo minimum order. I'm not order 15 kilos.
Well, 2/4 Korean can boot them out too, but anyway, there's a lot of these things. They're so good. It's like eating pork belly.
Yeah. And they do melt in your mouth, literally.
Yeah, look at that. All right, last one. No, I'm the benevolent ruler. Jim said, how do I boot Tom?
Ask me to go.
I don't know. I don't know how to do that. The heart runs on ketones. The only time it doesn't is when you're having a heart attack.
Johnny Carson would never have booted Ed McMahon.
Oh. So you're Ed McMahon.
Yeah, that's who I am.
Well.
You said you were done.
Huh?
I'm holding you to what you said.
What?
You said you were done.
Oh, well. These are the really good ones. They got all the fat in them. so good. Anyway. All right. Where are we? Anyway, listen. There's a lot of people out there a lot fatter than me. And there's people that are skinnier than me. And you know what? That's okay. Oh yeah, those are awesome, man. Put those in a noodle soup. They're really good. I'm like licking my lips right now. They got a whole batch of new girls coming in at Swenson's now.
Oh, yeah.
They're all new, and they're like 18, 19 years
Fresh out
old.
of school, huh?
They're like,
Because they do have schools. Minor group has schools for these kids to go to.
oh really?
Oh, yeah.
To like
There's
learn how to be a Swenson's girl?
There's a 7-Eleven school. There's a minor foods school. I think they do all.
Nicholas went to KFC, and he told me, he goes, I just couldn't get into it. He goes, I couldn't get into it. He goes, it was such a shitty job. And he said they were telling him to do things, and he would like just look at the people and go, what do you want me to, he's like, what the fuck do you want me to do this for? Because he said some of the things they were asking him to do were so stupid. Can you pick up 10 of these and then put them in the box or something like that? And he was like, he's like, what do you think, I'm a dummy? The hiring at Swenson's usually top notch. Well, Lotto, I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be verifying that from Tom. He said they're not cooked in coconut oil.
They're not.
They're in seed oil?
They're in seed oil, which is the only bad thing about it.
Okay.
I have to have a minimum order of 15 kilos to get
How much is that?
15 kilos. That's a quarter kilo.
Yeah, well, 15 kilos is a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money. I mean,
minimum order of 15 kilos, she'll do the coconut oil. Otherwise, she uses her regular whatever.
All right, so how much is a kilo?
But I'm thinking about asking.
Yeah, well, I was saying the same. Maybe we could split them
Exactly.
and get the
Or
coconut.
maybe even palm oil.
No palm oil.
No?
How to find a nice girl in Thailand topic came up. If I was a young buck, Swenson's would be my first resource. I don't know. I think if you're gonna, I don't know, maybe, but I don't know about that.
Do you know of anybody who's ever
Swenson's.
taken out a Swenson's girl?
No.
I don't either.
Now, I took out a Pizza Hut girl.
That I can see. Yeah.
Actually, I did a lot more than take her out.
Well, you know what I mean.
I did all kinds of things with her.
The other one is Dairy Queen. I don't know of anybody who's taken out a DQ girl.
No. But I mean, I look at them and I go, oh, they're little kids.
Yeah.
I don't even think about that,
When I was younger.
But when I was younger,
even when
I did take out a Pizza Hut girl, and, she didn't give me any pizza, but she gave me something else on a regular basis. And she was a nice girl. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I said this the other day. When you're out and about, that's your best time to line something up. Every time you go out, you go into 7-Eleven. You see some 7-Eleven girls, and then you go, oh, that one's really cute. You go in there again, like 2 days later. You go in there again, you go, hey, I think I saw you before. How old are you? No, not how old are you. How long have you worked here? Oh, really? How old do you have to be to work at Swenson's? Do you speak English? A little bit. Really? Well, I'd like to learn how to speak Thai. You think we could teach each other? Sometimes that's all it takes, man. I can't even begin to tell you how many times the girl would say, oh, I want to learn how to speak English. And then I go, I don't know if you can afford me, honey. Because usually I want to get paid. But if they're not going to pay me, well, we can make an arrangement where they teach me some Thai and I learn some English. And then I always go, oh, you can come over to my house. We'll leave the door open. You leave the door open and they go, you can close the door. You can close the door. It's okay. You close the door and within an hour, you're not worried about a language anymore. Really. I mean,
Body language.
that happened so many times when I first came here that, I mean, that was an easy in. I can't even, I don't want to talk about it because it's so kind of nasty, but
Makes you want to do it again, doesn't it? Do it all over.
be kind, be friendly, don't simp, and don't try too hard, says the guy divorced 3 times. That's not me. I haven't been divorced. Have you been divorced 3 times? Or 4?
Yeah, but I haven't said anything about being kind and friendly.
No, he's not kind and he's not friendly and he's a bit goofy with the ladies. That's what I'll say. Oh, you
When have you seen me around ladies?
he's been divorced. All I know is what you tell me, and that's enough.
When have you seen me around
I know
ladies?
what you've told me. And also, the fact that you've been married 4 times tells me everything I need to know.
That's right, I'm a marrying type.
Well, what type is that?
I'm marrying and marrying again and marrying. I'm a marrying type.
See, I look at it like, I don't want to ever get married unless I think, okay, it's going to last. And I don't mean like, oh, it's really going to work. If it ain't going to work, I don't want to get married. I mean, really, what's the point? John Mark, once is enough for me. Well, you know, I used to say, hey, if I ever got divorced from my wife, I'd probably get married to somebody else. Now I'm like, oh God. Now I'm like, no, I don't think I would. Not at my age. Because you think about it. When you're a little bit older, I mean like you're 60, 70 years old, most of the girls are not going to, or you're maybe like Longhorn, what's his name on it? 2/4 Korean. You're like 50 something. Yeah, you can get a little bit younger girl. But once you hit 60, 70, those girls are looking at you. They want the meal ticket. They want the golden ticket. And, you know, maybe that's fine. Maybe you just go, oh, listen, you know, I'll give you a certain amount every month, and we're going to be fine. And it's no problem for you. Then that's fine. But it's not going to be your standard, you know, I love you, honey, you're so handsome, and oh my God, I can't keep my hands off of you. There's not going to be any of that. You're going to be like, don't worry, honey, I transferred the money into your bank account. Now, can we go to sleep now? Anyway, what's your thoughts on this subject, Tom?
I wouldn't pay before.
Open car door. I don't mind opening a car door. I mean, honestly. But they have to appreciate it. I've opened doors for women, like going into the gym, and I see a girl going up into the gym that I know, or I may not even know her, and I just open the door for her. I don't mind being polite. It's if they take advantage of it, then I go, that's it, no more. She's going to open her own freaking door. She's going to walk right into it. Divorced at 58, 60 and single is the way to be for me, I agree. Yeah, I mean, listen, I met my wife when she was 21. You know, I mean, I got her at the prime age, and I had my share of women and had my fun, and I just figured, well, maybe now is the right time. And then sometimes I tell this story. I had a girl that I had been seeing, and she was one of the girls that, you know, like, she would find a guy, and the guy would help take care of her. She was, like, on her own. She didn't work in a bar or anything like that. But she always had some guy that would take care of her. And so she met me, and I wasn't giving her any money. She said, well, as long as you let these guys give me money, I don't need to make any money. And I was like, whatever. I didn't care. And then it came down to her or my wife. And I thought, I can't be with this chick. How can I be with her? Well, I don't know about that, but maybe it can be. I mean, I'm sure, sure it is for some people. It hasn't been that way for me. And, you know, listen, if I ever get into a fight with a wife, if we get into a fight, it might last overnight, and then in the morning or the next day, we're fine. And it's usually something we rectify very easily. But if it wasn't like that, if it was like some chick is screaming and yelling, I see these people on 90 Day Fiance. What's the new one that's out? There's another show that's just out. And it's like you'll have like a Muslim marrying a Christian, and they want the Christian to convert, or somebody has to convert to Judaism or something like that. And they'll do it. And then they get into a fight. The one guy, he was going to convert to Islam. And the girl looked at him one day. She walked out the door and she forgot something. So she walks back and she sees him on the phone. And he's texting a girl. Now, what he's texting the girl is important, because he's texting the girl, I have a girlfriend. You're bouncing in my DM, and I don't really want to see anybody. Thank you, it's a nice thing. You're attractive, whatever, but I got a girlfriend. The girl sees him doing this. She starts screaming. You know, here she is, she's supposedly a very nice girl, speaking all politely. Yes, oh, I know what you mean, yes, sir. As soon as she finds this out, motherfucker, you be... She went off on the guy. And he's like, will you let me explain? She's like, no, we're done. We're done. He's like, just give me a moment and let me explain. No, fuck you. Ah! Next thing you know, she's gone. And he's like, you just want to end it just like that? You haven't even heard what I have to say? I don't need to hear anything you've said. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He dodged the bullet.
Well, it shows you right there, he dodged a bullet, because she wouldn't even let him talk. And he wasn't doing anything wrong in the sense that he wasn't cheating on her. Some girls think if you even look in some girl's direction, that you're cheating. I hung out with my ex this weekend. It was the same being married without the sex, but sprinkled with more humiliation. Sorry to hear that. If you had said we had sex, but there was no humiliation, I would have been like, okay. I think she's a lady boy. No, really. If you look at her, I think so. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Got a glimpse of the profile, no chin.
Yeah, but if you really look, you can see some. I know there's a lot of people out there don't like getting married. They don't want to get married, or they've been married and had a bad time of it. And I know that there's a lot of people who now they say, you don't know what women are like in the West here. Well, first of all, nobody knows all the women. Second of all,
no matter how hard we try,
even though you don't know all the women, there are trends. And the thing with women in the United States, what I think is a lot of them feel like because they're independent, they don't need men. Right? They're like, oh, I don't need a man. Yes, you do. If you want to use your vibrator for the rest of your life, fine, use it. That's fine. But there's a lot of women out there, they want to feel a man. They want to feel the body up against them. They want to have a man there to take the garbage out for them, or to sew a shirt for, or something like that. Right? Well, that's what I said. Now, Tom, I don't know, have you ever had a girl like sew your shirt or anything like that for you?
my grandmother taught me how to sew when I was 10.
So no girl has ever done something like that for you? Has a woman ever fed you? And how many Thai girls have you been married to? Two? Two Thai girls?
And neither.
How many Brazilians? One. I hear Brazilian and I go, mistake. Oh my God. What was the other one? American? Wow. So you heard it first from Tom. What? Wat Phnom. You never heard that before in Cambodia? Somebody will go, what? And then they go, Wat Phnom. Stay clear of alcohol. Well, listen. It's funny that you say that, because I had a Portuguese girlfriend many, many years ago. Maybe Tom is marrying the wrong sex. That's what 2/4 Korean said, Mr. Billy. Maybe you're marrying the wrong sex. Yeah, gamblers and alcoholics you want to stay away from. I could tell you I was with the girl. I was about, how old was I then? Maybe 22. And I met this girl. She was like 21. She was Portuguese. I was working at a solar company, selling solar panels and not making much money. Which was kind of, par for the course when I was 21. And somehow we hooked up. And, we like being with each other, to put it nicely. And we got involved with each other. I moved in. What a mistake that was. And then it took a couple of years. I was with her for about 3 years. And I knew she used to like to party, but I liked to party back then too. And then I noticed she would drink like 3 beers. I swear to you, this is how it was. She would drink like 2 or 3 beers, and you could smell the alcohol. It would like seep through her pores. She smelled like an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you're standing there, and you're like, oh, God damn. Girl's been drinking. And I'm saying, how much have you been drinking? Oh, this is only my 3rd beer. I'd be like, holy shit. I thought she'd had like a 12-pack or something. She was like, and she was an angry drunk. She used to get nasty when she would drink. And, everything that I didn't do or I did do to her that she was pissed off about, she would bring up when she got drunk. So I tried to get her drunk, but not too drunk. If I got her a little bit drunk, well, she was a lot of fun. If I got her too drunk, then it was a hard night. And one day, I came in and she was like drinking with this guy that we knew, and the guy was nothing. She wasn't doing anything with him or anything. And I said to her, "You drink too goddamn much. You've been doing this for a while now. You need to stop." "Fuck you, motherfucker!" She went off on me. I told him, "You gotta leave." He bailed. Next thing I know, she pulls out a knife. And I said, "You better put that knife away. I'm gonna stick it up your ass." And she's like on the verge of tears. And she's angry and she's hurt. Because I told her she's an alcoholic. She put the knife away. And then, like a couple days later, that was it. I bailed on. I told her I'm leaving. That's it. We're done. And that was the end of that. So there you go. That was one of my successful relationships. And then from her, I went on to be with a couple of girls in the apartment complex, which was fun.
My recovering alcoholic uncle, who's passed away now, taught me. He asked me a question: what's the difference between an alcoholic and a drunk?
Okay. No second channels, buddy. I hate to tell you that.
And his answer is quite simple. Being a recovering alcoholic himself, he said alcoholics go to meetings.
Oh.
If you don't go to meetings, acknowledge you have a problem, you're just a fucking drunk.
Yeah. You know how I'm not a drunk? You know how I know I'm not a drunk?
You don't drink?
Or an alcoholic? No, because we got bottles of wine sitting around. We got bottles of tequila sitting around. I haven't had a drink out of any of it. Well, the wine,
Months and years.
maybe 2-3 months ago. But the tequila, I haven't had any, and we have the rum also. I haven't had any of that in, God, probably like 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. And we have like 4 or 5 bottles of tequila sitting around. And it's good tequila. I even have that tequila that 2 Quarters Korean gave me a long time ago. I still have that silver, what is it, silver Patron? Something like that. Really good tequila.
Patron's good stuff.
Yeah, I like Patron.
Patron's really
The one that I liked was the Don Julio. Don Julio 1800. That was really good. I didn't have any problem drinking that because it was so smooth.
You take a step beyond tequila and you drink añejo.
Well, that isn't
Aged.
that's tequila, yeah.
Aged.
Añejo, extra añejo. Yeah, I know. My ex must have had split personality. She's both a drunk and an alcoholic. Haha. Or it stops working and you make some sane, rational choices without joining a cult. I haven't had a drink since middle of January, but in Thailand I drink every week. Well, what's that tell you? Yeah, that silver Patron was good. It was really, really good. And I still have it. I have that. I have añejo. I got some bottles before of that extra añejo, and that is gone. I don't even remember what I have now. I mean, you know, I've had several of them. I wish I had people writing me like they used to about the Chowderhead videos. If I had more people doing that, maybe I would start another channel, or I would just dedicate, you know, 1 day a week to doing a video about boneheads, knuckleheads, chowderheads, whatever. Because I know a lot of them that I could talk about. It's a really tall, yeah, I know. The 1800 is a real tall bottle. It's tall and thin. It's like this long. You've had both kinds of beer, Coors and Coors Light. God, I remember when I was a kid, I used to think, oh wow, Coors. They didn't sell it. They only sold it on the West Coast back then.
Yeah.
I used to think how good it was. Wow, it was so good.
West of Mississippi.
But then I realized this stuff is shit.
It was the deprivation that made it.
I will tell you that when I really was drinking, I mean, which I used to go out and party in the United States a lot. And when I first came to Thailand and I was partying, what I would do is, hey Mike, I'd buy a Corona, which some people may not like, but whatever. I'd buy a Corona, and then I'd get a shot of tequila. I'd drink the shot of tequila. By then, the Corona's half gone. I'd start finishing up the Corona. I'd get another bottle of Corona and a tequila. And then, you know, the night was on.
I gotta do some more.
Sure you do.
My brother's website.
It is dog shit, no offense to dogs. I meant to tell you, I saw a fastback Mustang about a week ago, and it was fucking sweet.
Red.
No, it was blue.
What year?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're old.
It was old.
It's all classical.
Yeah, it was old, but it was nice. I'm a fan of Blanton's bourbon. Never heard of it. I really only drink tequila and good vodka and gin and rum and beer. Oh my God. 69. I prefer Dos Equis. I like Dos Equis. And I like here in Thailand for just a run-of-the-mill everyday beer, San Miguel. Jono likes San Miguel Light. I don't like the light. I like regular old San Miguel. Anyway. Well, what an interesting stream. He started you on the port wine. Dickel is good bourbon, but no so easy to find there. I only drink wet alcohol. You know, I was supposed to have a bottle of alcohol that some sponsor gave me a long time ago. And I went home and I asked my mother, do you have that tequila that was sent to me? And she goes, oh no, we got rid of that. And I went, you got rid of it? Yeah, we got rid of it because we didn't think you wanted it. And I'm like, she didn't want me to drink it. That's what it was. Because if you remember, there was a time when I drank streaming sometimes at night. There were 2 times where I got plastered, and one time I think I fell asleep. I fell asleep streaming. Oh my God. And I can't find that. You know, the thing is I was playing music, and so they would not allow the sound on that, and then they wouldn't allow the video to be played. So I didn't have it anymore. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't save it. I couldn't do anything because there was no sound. And I was like, son of a bitch. Because I wanted to trace my steps and, you know, try to figure out what was and what was not. Oh, fuck. With a name like Bio Tom on the loose again, I would think that you were drinking bourbon. Now let me see this here. Anyway, thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Can everybody give Mike a thank you? My rotator cuff is... I'm in pain. Your dad drank Dickel. I've never heard of it. I'm going to be off the air, per se, off the live stream radar until next Friday. Maybe by then I'll have something to say. I don't know. Maybe it'll make the stream a little sharper or something like that. But please... Well, I'm not going to go there. Remember to smash the like button. Everybody's booing. What? I can't, you know, this is a thing. Raymond, give me a break. I've been streaming every freaking week, and maybe I take a 4 or 5 day break. I want to take a 9-day break, and the videos are still going to go up. And I'm getting shit for it. I think I'm allowed. Now listen, I should say I was supposed to go to Japan and Tibet. And that's not happening mainly because of my shoulder. I'm not going anywhere right now. We'll see. We'll see. And Chucky asked me yesterday, hey, do you want to go to Turkmenistan? Now, what's funny is, I just saw a couple of athletes here, Turkmenistani athletes here. I think they were Muay Thai fighters. Oh, thank you, Dean. Thank you very much. What is this? Physiotherapy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't click the little... Thank you very much, Dean. Appreciate it. Your first super on a live stream. Physiotherapy myofascial release. As a massage therapist with an electrical engineering problem, perhaps consider a medical massaging treatment, frozen shoulder syndrome. Yeah, I know, man. I hate doctors, man. I hate them with a passion. Especially here, because you go in and they're all smiling at you. Oh, what's going on? Didn't I tell you what was wrong? I came in here because my shoulder is screwed up. Oh, yes, but how? You know, I mean, really, I look at it like if it's going to get better, then I don't want to go to the doctor. That's how I think. What is the Vegas over-under on Scott streaming within the next 10 days? He'll encounter a topic too good to ignore. Well, that might be true. Not 10 days, next Friday. That's what I'm saying. So really it's like 8 days, 9 days. Is that what it's called? Physiotherapy myofascial release. Fucking A, man. You know, I think about that, and I think about going there, and you know what I think about? I'm a cheap motherfucker when it comes to doctors. I want to get my insurance to cover it. That's what I want to do. I want to go into the emergency room. Oh, God, my shoulder. I just hurt it. Oh, I fell down, and I can't get up. I've fallen, and I can't get up. Have you ever seen that commercial? That commercial is still around. You know that? I don't know if it's original or not, but there's an old lady, and there's two people, a guy and a girl, and she goes, I've been trying to call Mom, and she just doesn't answer. And then all of a sudden you see somebody push the blue button, and she goes, oh, I've fallen, and I can't get up. Oh my God, and whenever she says that, I have to laugh. Yeah, I laugh at her, which is kind of cruel, but you know. There is a bank having to check foreigner phone number topic. What? There is the bank having to check foreigner phone numbers topic. Some 700,000 numbers. What is that? Life alert, that's what it's called, yes. Well, I don't know if that's what I have or not, but I will tell you, like right now, it hurts right here. And that is the front, there's a tendon, I think, right here. It's like the scapula something or whatever like that. And then, oh fuck, right here. And then in the back, there's a little spot. So 3 spots. Now, I don't know if it's the pain medicine kicks in or what happens, but really about 8 hours out of the day, I'm like, this isn't too bad. But then, you know, when I wake up, I'm like, son of a bitch. Really hurts a lot. Scapularis, yes. I don't know if that's the back or the front. I can't remember. But right here, and then in the back. So if it's frozen, I don't know if I need like physical therapy or something like that. And if I do, maybe my insurance will cover that. And you know, maybe it won't be that much. I had a, what was it called? Yeah, I know. I've been taking it 2 weeks, and I don't want to take it any longer than that. The ibuprofen, even though it does the trick, but I always eat before I take it. And, you know, but 2 weeks is about the max you're supposed to take it. So I don't think I'm going to take it anymore after today. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, Dale. 700,000 phone numbers. Is it in Thailand or what? Supraspinatus was commonly torn, helps lift the arm, yeah, assists with external rotation, teres minor, also helps with external rotation, scapularis controls internal rotation. Naproxen, well, I'm on ibuprofen, Tylenol with codeine, and then sometimes if I don't take the Tylenol with codeine, I'll just take the codeine. And that just makes me happy. It makes me happy and in pain. But yeah, I gotta do something pretty soon. SITS is the acronym. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know. That's what I gotta do. I gotta man up, not take anything, and then what'll happen is I'll be able to see just how painful it is. And that's what I'm going to do. Right now, I got the ibuprofen in me. Other than that, you know, that's about it. Hey, Roberts. You can get many acres property with a stream for with a stream for 40K. Wow. Wow. That's pretty damn good. The only thing is I don't want to live in California anymore. I used to live there and I don't want to live there anymore. You know, I have to tell you that at one time in my life, I was going to be a physical therapist. And I thought, they don't make enough money, which was stupid of me. Because I really like dealing with the body and, you know, I know a fair bit about it, but not like that. Yeah, I live in Cali now. It sucks. Thank you. And that's the thing. I don't want to live in California. I don't want to live in the United States. I'm very sorry to tell you this, guy. I think even with the traffic, which, listen, drive on the I-10, you know, rush hour. Drive on the I-10 in Southern California. There's traffic up the yin-yang. Look at the pollution. There's pollution. Well, you got the same thing here. Right? Now, you know, I don't know about the canals, because the canals here can be pretty nasty. So, you know. And the government, forget about it. I used to live in Huntington Beach. I used to live on Main and, I don't know, there's a gas station on the corner. And I had a house with 2 other guys there. Oh shit, my battery's going dead on the computer. What is this? How dare you? Can't wait to leave. There you go. I gotta leave that. I'm sorry. I do not want to stay or go back. Because I used to live in California for, I don't know, 11 years. I don't want to go back to the United States. I think Thailand is better. And I've already said it a million times. If it comes to being with my parents, I'll go back. Not permanently, but I'll go back. After that, forget about it. I used to live right near Gardena. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think it was that way when I lived there. I mean, I lived there long ago. Because I lived in Huntington Beach and then I moved to Rancho Cucamonga. For a woman. There you go. You know, and then I think, oh, well, you know, I moved to Florida. Oh. No. It's not going to happen. Get him here. Zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I mean, I've been here. Listen, not this October. Next October, which is a year and a half away, I'll have been here half my life. And if you think about that, you think about being half your life in California and what it feels like. If you're of any age, if you're, you know, 50, 60 years old, for the most part, you're going to be like, I've done damn near anything and everything that I wanted to do here. And that's how I am here, for the most part. There's a few things I want to do. I don't know why I want to go back to Surat, but it's basically because of the fruit and vegetables and now the durian and all the land we have. I'm like, man, this is awesome. I need to put up a couple of pictures of the land that we got behind our house. And it's a huge piece of land. I need to put that picture up in the community tabs. I think I'll do that later on today if I remember. So, we get Mexican pollution in Texas in May from their agricultural burning. 35 years in Virginia Beach. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I got a buddy who lives out in Reno, and he's always telling me to go there and buy some land and, do this and that. And I just go, man, I don't want to do that. I don't care you have to do something once a year here in Thailand, or you have to do a 90-day report here. It's a piece of cake for me. I don't want to have to worry about going back to the United States and, oh my God. And I can't live, I'll be honest, right now I can't live the same way I live here. I live good here. I live really good. We go out, we get, a couple kilos of salmon now. We all, we cook the salmon up, we sit around and eat it, watch movies, and, all kinds of stuff we do like that. I'm sorely missed, yes. People miss me already. Oh yeah, คิดถึงมาก oh my god โอ้คิดถึงมากเลย Wow. Yeah, see, that's one thing here is I can live in the village, and like we used to leave the door open unlocked all the time. In our old house, in this house, we used to all the time. Now I tell my wife, listen, I used to tell her, lock the gates. That way we have 2 points where people have to get through. They have to go through the gate or go over the gate, and then have to get in through the front door or go in through the back door, which we have a refrigerator in front of. So we have a little bit of time. And there's baseball bats by the door, so, I like being in a place where you don't have to worry about, people coming in and doing bad shit to you. You're walking around and people go, give me all your money, or I'm going to kill you. I'd be like, go ahead, kill me, man. You ain't going to get shit off of me. I'm not stupid. As much as I like to carry cash around, but you know what? Now I don't need to carry cash around. I just go, fuck you. I'm going to use the QR code. But right now I can't do a QR code because I got no money. Sorry. I'm really sorry, buddy. You might have to kill me. You're in Henderson. Oh. I think that's where my buddy is, actually. I think he might be in Henderson. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a couple months. Yeah, now we lock up. We lock up every night. We come in and I just go, anybody else going out tonight? No. All right. We have 2 locks. Sliding locks, and then we have the lock on the door, so we have 3 locks. But, I know if I really wanted, I could probably kick the door down, Somebody who really wanted to get in could break the door down and come right in. Well, I'll be honest. Right now, even though I'd like to live out in Surat or I'd like to live by a beach somewhere, the main concern for me is there a hospital close enough by to where if I had a heart attack or a stroke, I could get there and you know, within 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, even that, I could just die, but is there a place close by? Now here, I could go to Ramkhameng Hospital, I could go to Lat Phrao Hospital, I could go to Waithani Hospital in a matter of, you know, 5-10 minutes. When I had my gallbladder surgery, after the first surgery, I was in the house and I was in agony. And I said, I need to get out of here, man. I gotta go to the doctor. I know this feeling, I'm sick. And I started going out. I was gonna go get a taxi or whatever. I grabbed the taxi, I get in, and I just was aching, man. I just was like, I was in pain. And the guy goes, you want ambulance? I said, yeah, can you get me one? Yeah, the ambulance was there in about 1 minute. And it took me in to the emergency room. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Farang chicks. I just had to show you that. Actually, that was really showing you Tom hard at work. All right. Oh God. Anyway, there you had your fill of wonderful, beautiful Western women here in Thailand, and that's a bad word. Western women is a bad word. You see, they close it up right now. Look at this place. They lock it up. They don't let anybody in. And they still have a bunch of women that are here.
They're probably trying to get people to go.
Well, they are. But sometimes they just open it straight up. Maybe they know the days that they're going to be busy or something. All righty. Well, listen. I had a fun time today. It was nice talking to everybody. 9 days is a long time, but you know what? I think I need that. So, watch the videos. We can communicate in the comments section. I have to admit, there have been a few more dumbasses in the comments section lately than I'm used to. But it's all in good fun. People asking stupid questions. People asking smart questions. Whatever. Ask away. Doesn't matter to me. I'll be okay. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Oh, God. All right, so where are we here? Look like a rugby team. Yeah, it looked like a men's rugby team. It looked like a men's rugby team, all those ladies going by. Oh, my God. All righty. Well, I guess that's about it there, ladies and gentlemen. Those are all Tom's exes. Oh, one is gone now. She's already, she did away with herself. That's pretty sad. It wasn't because of you, was it?
Well, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She hid it from the family and intentionally wanted to use that to die.
Oh, she just let it happen and...
Yeah, she hid it from the family until she was beyond repair.
Oh, she had breast cancer, and she hid it from the family, and then she just let herself die. Sad, but okay. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Today is the parade commencing the founder of CASHAPP. Wife wants to go so we can damage eardrums from mobile. You know, Jim, I hear all these things that you do with your wife all the time. I've already done those things 10 times over. And honestly, my wife says, you want to go to the temple? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I went to the temple with her one time in like the last 10 years. And that was about a couple of months ago. I just don't want to do it with her. Honey, that's your thing. Have a good time. And she brings one of the kids with her and, you know, she has a good time. So, But you don't have any kids, I would say, you know, you might as well do it. Keep her happy. You know, maybe you learn a little something, have a little fun. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Take care. Be good. Until next time, choke di leo jerken mai, which means what? Good luck and see you again. There you go. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.